Greetings, Elder Blacklight. We were talking about General Monk and the Supreme Lessons. This is the extended version. I'm coming with that, but I just want to show you something in the Quran and in the Bible. How the white man produced diseases. Then his scientists turned diseases that come from him into germ warfare. He weaponized viruses and by his lifestyle when he was living in the cave. And I don't know if you can see this. My younger days, my late wife and myself.
General Monk told his followers, or army, that because they are the ones who fell victim to the devil's tricks and did kill and hurt each other, they must pay for such actions by sitting down in Asia Minor and keep the devil bottled up in the cold caves and hillsides of Europe. Every time a devil would try to ease out the caves, off their head went. After a while, the Turks used to go across the border just to take their heads. Many of the devils went deeper into the caves where they killed animals who lived there and ate them raw, thus moved in their caves. The caves of the animals were not tall enough for them to stand upright, so they began to bend down. After a while they got used to it, and their arms began to grow to balance their back. Hair grew all over their body because it was cold and nature clothed them with a coat of hair like the animals. The caveman ate all the smaller things found and cast their bones outside the caves where jackals, or what we now call dogs, lay proud for them. The bigger animals began to move closer to the caves to eat the caveman, for there was no food for them to eat. The devils ate all the food up from the bigger animals, so these became the hunter of man. The jackals, who were always outside waiting for bones, became the white man's best friend, because every time a big beast would come near the cave, they would bark, warning the caveman of danger. Some devils lived in trees and other uncivilized places. The dog soon became one of the caveman's family and now lived indoors. The dog was to watch the caves while the man was out hunting for food. The messenger teaches the Caucasian man and woman were walking on all fours using stone tools, eating raw meat with blood running out and eating their dead. While the man was out hunting, the dogs used to like and smell the woman's womb, which the woman liked because of its stinging sensation. She began to love the dog because of the attention it gave her while the man was away. The caveman learned the way of the dog and began to lick and suck the womb. The messenger also added that the dog began to have sex with the woman, which was very easy for them, being that the woman walked on all fours like the dogs themselves. The dogs began planting their seeds in the woman, causing the woman to birth mutations. The messenger says these mutations were white babies which had tails and the color of dogs' hair eyes. Their hair was blonde at first. All types of disease originated at this period, such as the common disease syphilis, which comes from dogs, as any doctor can tell you if he knew the American Medical Journal. If the disease comes from a dog-type life, this tells us to ask ourselves how many of us come to get it. The cave woman was filled up with syphilis and all kinds of deadly germs which spread and spread. When Musa came to the border and entered the mainland, he was unable to go up into the caves because filth and waste covered the land, and he was unable to enter to perform his said duty. Musa had to use the pig to eat the filth and waste before he could go in.
Let's stop.